one of the things that keeps coming across in your arguments is, the complete lack of sophistication involved in them. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, knowing your lack of education. But you would think as a pastor, you would be a little bit more up to speed on actually trying to debate your beliefs in a logical and consistent, intelligent way, but you don't. You keep up bringing stuff up that really does nothing but hurt your case. Like, for example, you keep bringing up this picture that was scratched in the walls, of like the donkey on the cross. And the thing about that is, like, it doesn't evidence that Jesus existed. All it does is evidence the fact that there are Christians who believe that, who these people mocked. That's all it is. And that's no difference from us, like, mocking the Mormons or mocking the Muslims. People do that all the time to belief systems that run counter to theirs. And this in no way at all evidences that those beliefs are true. If that was the case, then every time we mock, Islam, that would mean that Allah is real. But, I guess you don't want to go down that rabbit hole, do you? And, and other issues, you keep bringing up, like, these memes of, like, all of these Roman historians that talked about Jesus. Yet, according to your own memes, they don't. Your own memes can be used as evidence against your own claims. Like, let's look at, one of the last ones, the historical Jesus by Pliny, that you ripped from Gary, Habermas's site here. It plainly states that Pliny, he wrote, the Christians, were of the habit of meeting. Nowhere does he say him, Jesus. He says the Christians. He is documenting what these people believed. That is it. He is not documenting evidence of Jesus Christ. He's simply documenting evidence that these people believed in him. And that is not good enough. That gets us nowhere, because that doesn't evidence that their actual claim is true. And without that evidence, you have nothing. And then the best, you keep bringing up Josephus, which is funny to me because most modern archaeologists and historians today don't really consider Josephus a legitimate, validated, source of history. And you always bring it a little funny. 39 scholars believe he spoke of Jesus, only 13 don't. And that means nothing, Luke. That was almost 35 years ago. Since then, much archaeological evidence has been found that refutes Josephus' claims even more. And much archaeological evidence has now been found that pretty pointedly defines that the statements he made about Jesus were not his own, that they were made by later Christians who injected their own beliefs into his writings. And none of this really matters anyway, because his writings still aren't contemporary with Jesus Christ. So it's a bugbear to begin with. But here's the real thing, Luke. Did you lie to us, Luke, or are you engaging in deception? Or are you going against the factors and tenets of your own religion? Because I'm pretty sure that you wrote down that there exists in museums today archaeological evidence of the resurrection. Where is this evidence, Luke? Did you lie to us intentionally? I want to see this evidence. Please, for the love of your God, point us in the direction of this archaeological evidence that is resting in the museums today, because I want to see it. And that's my challenge to you. Either present this evidence to us or concede defeat. Because without that evidence, your argument, your debate fails. So show us that evidence that you promised us is out there, or shut the hell up.